Hello, you absolutely lovely humans. My hair is atrocious right now. Oh, happy Saturday evening to all you lovely humans. As always, gonna go through the shameless self-promotion here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's lovely to see your faces, even though I cannot see your faces. Oh, what a beautiful Saturday it is. All right. All right. Let's get this promotion out of the way, and we will get right into some business. All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? Didn't expect to see how so many people here so early. Hello, lovely to see you. I was busy promoting my stuff, and you guys are just all up in here talking. Trick, we all know about the what did they call it back when we were in school? Early release days. There we go. It's okay. We're here to support you. This is a very loving community. All right, we're all here for you. We understand. Oh, what a beautiful Saturday. So, my original plan, bear with me while I grab some hydration here. There we go. So, my original plan today was to work on this Xbox that I have to find out once and for all what the hell's going on with this thing. But also, my original plan was to start work on this beauty. Some of you guys may have seen that I posted on Facebook that I don't do retro repairs a whole lot. Yes, there you go. Yes. I don't work on retro consoles a whole lot. I've done a couple GameCubes. You know, that's really like an Xbox One. I did one PS3. I don't. It's just the thing. I'm not as familiar with retro consoles as I am with the newer gen stuff. But customer came and gave this to me and said he wants to get it refurbished and wants to pass it on to his family, and I couldn't say no at that point. You know, that's the whole reason I do this, is to bring consoles back from the dead and let them keep entertaining people. That's like, you know, that's a main reason of why I do this. So I was gonna start working on this beautiful thing right here. Unfortunately, I do not have the RGB cables. I did not think about that, and the customer that brought me all of the stuff did not bring the RGB cables with it, and I don't have them, so I have to order them. So we will not be doing that tonight. So what we're going to work on instead is that Xbox back there, and I do have a PS5 HDMI port I can do, and I think I'll probably practice some reballing on the south bridge that I was working on last week. So I'll, yeah, I think we'll probably do a little bit of that and see what we can get into. I'm very disappointed I don't have the RGB cables because I really wanted to get that 72-pin connector replaced and test it. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have the cables, so can't do it. But I'll get them ordered, and maybe I'll do a separate video, just post it up on YouTube of the replacement and yeah, how that works. Unfortunately, the storage on my computer is not ideal. It's very small, so it's hard to record videos to go back to edit them. So I need to hurry up and get an external hard drive so I can get to work on that. Cheers to everybody. Salud. Celsius. I'm not getting drunk, don't worry. All right. All right, let me sort through this mess that is my station. All right. So, while I'm getting set up here, this was sent back quite a while ago, and I haven't even bothered looking at it because I've been so angry. Yes, this is the third time. This will be the third time I've fixed it, and I've done both fixes on live streams before, so I know that they worked. So the customer that bought this from me buys a lot of the 1Xs that I sell. Rude? Psst, knock it off. Hey, not that shit. My cats are being weird. The customer that bought this Xbox off me, anytime I put a 1X on eBay, fuck you, Trick. I have sharp objects. Every time I put a 1X on eBay, this guy buys it. So it's not that it's a bad customer. And again, I think I'm almost positive actually that he's the one that bought this one the last time and returned it because it didn't have the video. So I think So last time we did this, we had to put a retimer on it for the original fix, and when it came back, the retimer wasn't sat properly. So we fixed it, we reflowed it, and then it was working again. So I'm guessing that we are going to probably just put a new retimer on there. That is my... Hello. What do you want? Yeah. So I'm guessing we're probably going to try and put a new retimer on there. That would be the course of action that I think we're going to take. Oh. Oh, here she is. I have not plugged it in and tested it, so the customer did send me pictures, so I know what's going on. We will plug it in and test it, and I'll give you guys a show of what exactly is happening. In the meantime, while we continue to let people trickle in here, I will remind everybody that my website is now up and running. So if you guys are US based and are looking for parts to repair boards, I have plenty of donor boards here of stuff that I know works and has been tested. A lot of it's listed on my website. You can purchase directly from my website, roserepairandresale.com. If there's anything listed on the site that or anything not listed on the site that you guys do need, I may likely have it around. I'm running this as a one-man show, so I haven't gotten everything done correctly yet. But feel free to drop by the website, check everything out. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. My phone number is listed on there. Call me, whatever. Happy to do it. PS5 Slim SSD controller. You know what, my friend? It just so happens that I just purchased from eBay. Oh, I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I was going to use it for a disk drive connector, but I just purchased from eBay a PS5 Slim motherboard that fully powers on. So I'm assuming it's not the, what is it, the 62GG, it's the other one. Let me see what this one has on it, hang on. Let's take a look, shall we? Alright, so Timbo, what's going on, brother? Alright, so this one does have the 69GG South Bridge, which means it should have the alternate SSD chip. Let's just take a look. Oh, also, by the way, while I'm clearing up space here, I do still have these two Edge controllers available for sale. These are also listed up on my website. Fully repaired, fully tested, everything's all good to go. It's got some nice customizations on them. If you guys are interested, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll continue selling on eBay and Marketplace until someone buys them. Either way. In the meantime, alright, this one's already bought. So, let's take a look under this here microscope real quick. Nope. Alright, let's make sure all my cameras work. We can start there. That's a great place to start. Alright, there we go. And so it begins, Tim. And so it begins. What you got working? Yep, 70 GG. So yes, I do in fact have one. It is my only one. But if it's something that you're desperately in need of, I do not currently need it. Okay. So, in the meantime, all right, we have settled in quite long enough here. Let me take care of something real quick. Yeah, shoot me an email, man. Sorry, gotta handle something real quick. All right, let's get into this Xbox. Let me move this down real quick into the pile of boards. All right, let's get this Xbox started first and foremost. So, let's plug her in and let's confirm the issue that the customer sent me pictures of. All right, so we've got it plugged in. There we go. All right, and oh wow, yeah, that's a hell of a job. Best of luck to you, my friend. All right. Oh, well, it's glitchy. Okay, there we go. No, that's displaying pretty clearly. However, I don't doubt the person that I bought this from, or that returned it. Well, we're certainly not going to go through a whole update process. Let's... Hang on. Let me set you guys down real quick. Oh, where'd that controller go? I'm going to try and turn it off and turn it back on. I'm wondering if it happens when it gets hot. But no, that wouldn't make any sense either. Nope. I didn't want to do that. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and let it update. How about that? That's what we're going to do. And in the meantime, I'm going to switch back over to you guys. Didn't want it to update. What's going on, Graphics? Good to see you, brother. All right. Well, in the meantime, we're going to hang out for a little while. I did not want it to update, but we're going to let it update for a second. And thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that a lot. So in the meantime, while this is updating, what to do, because this is working fine. Well, I mean, I have options. I do have other things that I need to fix. But what to do is the question. Um, I mean, I do have a PS4 that I need to get cleaned up and make sure it works. I have controllers out the ass that I need to fix. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just wait for this update to finish and we'll reboot the console, and let it get nice and warm, and see if that affects the graphics at all. Yeah, I mean, look, unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of fun ones at the moment. Why is this moving like this? Why are you doing this to me right now? Hang on a second. Don't do that. Anyway. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of fun runs right now, unfortunately. All my complicated ones have already come and gone. I do need to buy more from eBay to start buying broken ones. Unfortunately, right now I am getting ready to move and got Christmas coming up, and really can't be throwing around money on consoles that I may or may not fix. So I got to be smart with the money. Very important. I did finally finish the PS5 Slim. The HDMI port was bad on this, as well as the disk drive connector was completely broken off. I did attempt to record the repair on the disk drive connector. However, fuck those disk drive connectors. Fuck everything that they stand for, everything they live by, whoever made them, whoever designed them that way. Fuck them. All right. That was unnecessarily complicated for a small ass part that should have been so easy to do. It pissed me off so bad. It was very uncomfortable. um, so that is done. That's already sold. I do have a PS5 HDMI port that we can do, so we'll probably do that at some point. Oh, really? Okay. Well, maybe Whatnot's something I need to check out then. That's definitely something I can look into. I'm always looking for decent deals. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, Whatnot's definitely something to check out then. That's not a bad idea. Although, I think if I bring in any more consoles, my girlfriend's probably going to shoot me dead. Now, she's incredibly supportive of me starting the business from literally just a room in my house, as you can see. But yeah, she's also very neat and very organized, and I am a chaotic mess of ADHD deliciousness. So, all right, let's swap over and see if this update's done. Oh, it is not. Oh, this is taking forever and a day. Why is it taking so long? Jesus. It's only at 10%. Alright, I'm going to move this up. I want it off my lap. In the meantime, while this is updating, I think we'll probably start disassembling the PS5 and just getting that done. Because that is for a customer. And I promised them they would have it tomorrow. So I do need to do that tonight. So we'll do that. And we'll hang out for a little bit and we'll just kind of shoot the shit until we figure out what's going on with this Xbox. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Alright. Yeah, awesome way to do it, graphics. That's the way I got started. Was we had a couple of PS4s in the house, and I had a PS5. Started taking them apart, replaced my own HDMI ports. You know, started doing all my own repairs on my own stuff before I started actually buying from eBay and doing all that. And then I bought Xbox Ones and just some of the easier stuff. Oh boy, this thing needs a clean. Woo! It is dusty. All right, hang on. Let's move to the down cam here. get off my delicious face for a little while. Where are we? What do you mean started? You're still doing it, Trick. I don't want to hear nothing. All right, it's part of the on the job training you had to do. And again, no judgment. We love you here. All right. All right. So, as you can see, this thing is a wee bit dusty, just a little. All right. Let's get this thing taken apart. Oh, this has been taken apart before. They didn't tell me that that is not a valid warranty sticker. I'll show you what I mean. This has been done previously. That is not a PlayStation warranty sticker. Nope. Yep, little fur babies. I'm probably going to hit the customer up and ask them if they want me to clean inside. I know a lot of repair technicians will just go in and clean and, yeah, just as a courtesy kind of thing. And I'm all for that. I have nothing but respect for the people that do that. From a legal liability standpoint, it makes me nervous because anytime I'm doing something to a customer's console that they don't authorize me to do, that puts me liable for any damages that happens. So I do have to be at least somewhat careful about that. But I'm definitely going to reach out to the customer and once I get this thing fully torn apart and ask them if they'd like me to clean it. Alright. Uh-oh. Alright. Yeah, always got to be careful with that kind of stuff. I know it's courteous, and again, if you're just cleaning it, it's probably, yeah, there's very little that can go wrong, but unfortunately in the society we live in, you have to be really careful about taking liberties like that. So it's really important. Oh, I fixed everything. I tried to clean up a little bit today, and now I don't know where anything is. All right, there we go. Maybe this hasn't been broken into yet. Maybe that's just the cleanest warranty sticker I've ever seen. No, that's definitely not OEM. Yeah, it doesn't have the usual stuff. Oh no, it does. Okay. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's just the cleanest defined warranty sticker I've ever seen. Alright. Take out the fan. The fan's pretty dusty. Got a little deliciousness in there for you. Gonna send pictures of this over to the customer. That's the other thing. Yeah, I agree, Kate. I absolutely agree. I should have just left it the chaotic mess that it was, but, you know, I try to be understanding to the other people that live in my environment. Get all these lovely screws out of here. Where are you at? Right. Heat sinks aren't as bad. It's kind of hard to tell from where you're at, but obviously I'll show once we get into it here. those all nestled down in there. All right, I'm going to... No, of course, you can't miss the screws. Everybody's favorite part. I'm going to swap over screens real quick and just check on my update. Bear with me. All right, it's moving. All right, update is about halfway done, so we will let that continue to run. Okay, that's all of them. All right. Woo! It is dusty. Nice and a little few snacks in there, you know. To everyone just joining, welcome. It's always lovely to see your faces, even though I cannot see your faces. I realize the title says Xbox. I assure you it's not clickbait. We already started on the Xbox, and apparently it is displaying just fine right now. So I'm letting it update. I'm letting it get warm. We're going to test it in just a second here. So I assure you this is not clickbait. And we're just moving on to other things while that updates. Okay, now this has never been into. These stickers are still in really good shape. So we'll try our best to keep these stickers in pretty good shape. There we go. All right, didn't break a single one. Love that. Love that for me. All right, and then the 42 completely necessary screws. I would say let's count them together, but I don't want to hate myself any more than I would absolutely have to. So I'm not going to subject you guys to that, and I'm not going to subject myself to it. So we're just going to skip that whole part entirely. Alright. Alright, so if we end up getting this Xbox fixed, I'm not going to sell it again. I've just had too many problems with it at this point. So, don't tell my sister yet, but this is probably going to be her nephew's early Christmas present. Or if there's no problems with it, I'm just going to give it to her, and if there's problems later, she can't complain because it's free. No! No! Where'd it go? I'll find it later. I have extras. Dropping screws and shit. Right. Ah, I hate this damn T9 bit. It eats into these screws like nobody's business. Alright, there we go. All of the necessary screws are out. And before I go any further, let's check one more time on this update. Alright, we're getting close. We are 75% of the way through. So by the time I get down to the HDMI port, we should be good. Alright. Where's my pry tool? Pry tool. Get a little pry under here. Just give it a little pop. Same thing. A little further down. Pop. Alright. Screwdriver. Alright, APU clamp, go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Right. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, that dry spot is bad. Real bad. Alright, hang on. Let me send photos. Alright. Got pictures to send over to the customer. Let me send them real quick. Just a moment, guys. Alright. Customer is notified and they will have an opportunity to tell me what they want to do. In the meanwhile, let's get to the job that they paid me for, well, they're paying me for. And that is this here HDMI port. Alright, so it's one of these designs, and I hate these designs so much. I don't know why they use this design of HDMI port, but it's the one that pushes back so easily and tears pads all the time and makes my life a fucking nightmare. So let's see. Let's just take a shit. Oh yeah, the whole thing. Look at this. The whole thing. That's not good. That's not supposed to happen. Look at this thing. It's hitting the Cupid shuffle. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Unreal. Okay. Well, that was easy. Let's check on this update real quick. All right. Update is done. Bring this down a second here. I'll bring you guys with me in just a moment. All right, so here we go. Hopefully you guys can see okay, because I can't see you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and skip sign in. I said we're gonna skip sign in. Is it frozen? Oh, there we go. Nope, controller's not wanting to work. Okay. So, I mean, that is crispy Bill Bixby as far as this goes, although it is running awfully glitchy. It's definitely running a bit slow. Let's try changing the resolution. Do a 120 refresh rate since my monitor can handle that. Let's go down to 720. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well that works. Let's switch again. Keep. Yeah, this thing was working just fine, but the customer showed me that it was not. I mean, so I'm wiggling the cord right now. That what it, there it is. Okay, I saw it for a brief second. Just a second. Don't, this is me wiggling the cord. It's because my HDMI cord is terrible. It's not the actual port. I saw it for a brief second there. I don't know if you guys caught it. There, you kind of see a little bit. Just a little bit of glitchy graphics. But I mean, that's with me wiggling the cord. If it's just sitting as is, like I have to wiggle it pretty severely to make anything happen. Alright, so let's shut it down and let's restart it. So we're gonna, you know what? I'll just turn it down from the power button. Let's see if we can recreate the issue. Alright, coming back on. Oh, you guys couldn't see a goddamn thing. Wow. Not my finest work. Okay. Well, that shows how great a YouTuber I am. Alright. Well, I just restarted it, so let's go back. Oh, we lost signal. Interesting. Okay, let's try and power it back on. Alright. So, once it restarts, I'm assuming it's going to work fine. So, apparently this title is clickbait! Yay, clickbait! Yeah, I mean, that's on. So, what I was doing earlier, and what you can kind of see, if I start moving the HDMI port, yes, the display will disappear. That's just because my HDMI cord is not great. The port itself is fine. But you can kind of see, if I move it around a little bit, there's a little bit of glitchiness, and I'm trying to make it happen again without the screen disappearing. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see it up at the top a little bit there. It's hard to see 100%. There is some slight glitchiness, a little bit of like color mixing. But I mean, outside of my HDMI port being a piece of crap, I'm just not seeing what the customer reached out about. And all right, so I'm going to shut it down, but I'll show you guys the picture of what he sent over just to, yeah, make sure that everybody knows I'm not just clickbaiting you guys. Like, bring you back to my beautiful face for a moment here. All right, well, that's going to be for my nephew. He's got his present. All right, so just so everybody knows I'm not being super clickbaity, let me pull up the messages real quick. Okay, so these are the pictures. So that's when they received it. That's the back of it showing it's the same one. That's the package. You don't need that. And then there's the display. So you can see it's got all the mad color lines going across it like that. And again, this guy's bought numerous Xboxes from me. So I know it's... But yeah, that's the display issue he was having. I can't recreate it. But I've had problems with this Xbox before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to my nephew. And if there's any problems along the way, then yeah, I can always go back and fix the retimer or whatever the case is. So I assure you, this was not clickbait. But either way, let's go ahead and get back to this HDMI port. And I guess maybe I'll try and do some reballs on the PS5 South Bridge. Maybe we'll do a controller. I don't know. We'll make some stuff happen. It's going to be a great night. All right. So in the meantime, I don't have to worry about putting any solder on these pins because they're all completely free. freecreditreport.com. All that right there. So don't have to worry about that at all. So let's go ahead and flip the board. Yeah, that's actually not a terrible idea. I do have Crystal Disk on my computer. I suppose I could check it just to make sure. Yeah, it did take a long time to update as well as register the controller. So it may, yeah, you might be right. It may very well need a new hard drive. I didn't even think about that because I've done so much work on the retimer. It's just a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. And if so, then I have to buy a new hard drive. All right. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and work on this HDMI port real quick. I started using a new solder. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. It's a little thinner than the old solder I used to use, and I think the lead content's a little bit higher. It's a 6040 instead of a 6337. So we're going to keep using it and see how it goes. There we go. Get all that solder mixed in there. All right, there we go. All right, let's move this down just a smidge. And give it some juice. Horribly out of focus. There we go. Give it a little nudge. Nope, not ready yet. There it goes. Just fell right out. Alright. Grab my solder sucker, wherever it is in this chaotic mess. Where the hell did I put it? Uh-oh. Alright, well, I have auxiliary. That's why I have backups. Alright. Let's get that solder nice and hot again. Apparently not hot enough. There we go. Got to be careful with this diode right here. There we go. And there we go. up while we're still warm. Alright, let's check for torn pads. I think we're good, but the microscope will tell the tale. Oh boy, well, it took the cap off, but that always happens every time you have a pushback on these. It's a nightmare. All right. Well, at least I don't have to worry about losing it while I'm doing this. Well, unfortunately, I don't have extras of those caps right now, so it'll just have to stay off. There we go, all nice and shiny. Get these ground holes filled in. There we go. Yep, they sure did, Board. Although we just finished testing it, and it shows as perfectly fine, which is strange. That's right, better than factory. We do it the Northridge way around here. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's move over, grab ourselves a port. No, it was an eBay customer, so no. Oh yeah, absolutely. Northridge is, yeah. I got no problems with Northridge. He's a great guy. He runs a hell of a business. I'll tell you that much. And he taught me a lot. I mean, Alex is entertaining and hella informative. Nope, I need a little bit of solder on there. There we go. All right. We're all set to go here. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this entire everything that I've done, I've learned from watching everybody on YouTube, from the Coder, Phil, Joey Does Tech, Tronics Fix, Micromage, Uber Micro. I taught myself everything from watching people on YouTube. That's another huge reason why I do these repairs on YouTube, is because I love being able to give back to the community that taught me how to do all this. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing that we get to do here, and it gets to inspire a whole nother round of people. You know what I mean? It's great. I absolutely love this community. All right, we're gonna use my my air gun as a counterbalance. Airflow obviously 480, 99%. Just keep that heat circulating. Try and warm everything up nice and evenly. I mean, shit, man. That's a deep question, board. Uh, I mean, if I'm speaking honestly, like, shit, probably not until I was in my 30s, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into a huge deep dive into my personal life, but there was definitely a long growing process in that. Yeah, I don't think I like this new solder very much. I mean, that's big facts. And nor should you. I mean, there's no reason to. Be a kid as long as possible. That's the way I think about it. But I got kids of my own now, and yeah, some of you guys who have been here a while have seen my oldest son come on here and help out with repairs and stuff. And my stepson is we just finished playing Astrobot together. You know what I mean? And so even while even while I do all these repairs and such, I'm always going to be a gamer at heart, and getting to share this kind of stuff with my kids, again, it's just another part of giving back, you know what I mean? So the fact that I get to help other people fix their consoles and help give them to their kids and spend time together as a family and stuff like that, you know, that's that's one of the coolest parts about this. It's one of my favorite things. All right, there we go. Should be good. A little bit of a quick clean here. Just a cursory one while the board's still hot. Try and get up as much of that flux as we can while it's warm. Those solder joints look beautiful. I do want to check the back though. I'm still kind of iffy on this new solder. I didn't realize that it was 60/40 when I bought it. It was just an impulse buy while I was purchasing stuff with an Amazon gift card. So here we are. But we'll take a look at the back after I check these legs real quick. Let's flip the board around. Yeah, I mean, those solder joints look absolutely beautiful. Where's my pick? There we go. Found the pick. Ooh, that board is still quite warm. I'm trying to find a not warm spot, but it is warm all over. I don't know, I'm just gonna have to burn myself a little bit, and it's fine. Exactly. Super solid. Yep. Absolutely beautiful. Totally solid. Lovely drop job. All right, let's take a look at the back and check the solder joints on the back. Oh yeah, no, that actually looks really nice. Okay. I was worried. I do got to clean it up a little bit as far as the flux on the back of the board here. But I'll grab alcohol real quick. But yeah, that actually came out. It's not necessarily bad. It's just not what I'm used to. So after looking around, I actually saw something through Facebook Reels where they were doing some testing on different melting points of solder. And the 6537, I think it is. Do I have my old? No, I threw it away. The 6537 is just like smooth as butter, and the 6040 is just not as good. I mean, it worked fine here, obviously, as you can tell, but it just feels different to me, and I can't explain it any other way. Like it doesn't bond as well with the flux. It doesn't. It's just minute differences. It's nothing that is anything that's gonna get out of your way. It's not like it's low melt or anything like that. But it just feels different. So maybe I'm just not used to it yet. I don't like change. All right, let's double check our legs down here. Just make sure float all the way through. Yeah, beautiful. You can see that solder went from front to back. The only thing I can say from my experience is that the 6337 was beautiful. I mean, it flowed gorgeously. It melted quick. I had no problems with it. This one just seems to take a little bit longer to melt as far as the solder goes. For me, the 6337 was quicker to melt. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Yep, solder all the way through. Those legs are perfectly secured. That is a beautiful pour job. We are done. Let's get it back in and tested just to make sure, and the customer will be happy. But yeah, I can't speak to any specific difference. It's just my personal preference and what I've used so far. Oh, no, you don't. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's move these out of the way. Customer did not get back to me on the cleaning, so I am just going to reassemble for tonight. Or actually, I won't reassemble it. I'll leave it disassembled, and I'll just put it off to the side, and if they decide they want to do it, then I don't have to take it apart again. All right. Those off to the side. Let's get our APU clamp back on. Well, I'm glad you're learning, my friend. Honestly, this is one of the more... Hey, look, we all start somewhere, my guy. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're hanging out. And whatever I can help you learn along the way, the same way that I learned, then I'm always more than happy to do it, man. Get this clamp back on real quick. All right, clamp's nice and tight. Back to my beautiful mug. All right. Move this over here just to do some quick testing. No worries, bud. No worries at all. Beep. All right, let's make sure it still turns on and I didn't completely crash it. Good. And just bring you guys over to double check. Wow, I've got, look, it shows I've been doing YouTube for a while now, okay? I have 10 viewers. That's the most I've had in quite a while, so thank you to all 10 of you that are hanging out. Thank you guys for chatting and stuff like that. I'm not here to make money on YouTube. I'm here to just give back to the community. But that's fucking awesome right there. All right, that makes me happy. So. Oh, there we go. It's doing the repair. Okay, fair enough. Scared the shit out of me for a minute there. And it's probably going to go back to you guys because my monitor sucks. There we go. Good morning, CG. Lovely to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Even though I can't see you, but you know what I mean. You know. There we go. Beautiful. No glitches, no nothing. Gorgeous. Alright, done deal. Alright. Come on, there you go. Alright. Alright. So, display is working perfectly. Just waiting for this damn thing to shut down. It is taking forever and a day to shut. There we go. Jesus Christ. That took way too long. Alright, so I'm going to keep this disassembled for right now. And I got a lot of cleanup to do when I'm done with this. I think you're thinking about somebody else. I don't have a new iron coming in just yet. Eventually, I'd like to. So, just to show you guys some of the chaos that is my existence right now. I have just things piled up right next to my desk, and I will clean it up eventually. There's also a cat sleeping down there. Hello, kitty. That's very nice. Yeah. Okay. Alright, why does this camera keep swiveling like this? Where is my lock? Anyway, deal with that later. Alright. I think what we'll probably do now, because I'm going to deal with all the mess and shit afterwards, so I think I want to work on that south bridge. I want to get better at... no new iron yet. Probably not until after I move, but I do want to upgrade my iron, so this is the setup that I have right now, just to give you guys a little peek in the life here. So I have the Adden ST862. By far the best hot air station I've used. It is fantastic. I would recommend it to everybody. The soldering station I have right now is a UWA 982. It is good for what it is. It uses the smaller tips, the C210s. I want to get one that uses the C245s. So I do want to upgrade at some point. No, I think you're thinking of somebody else. I didn't have a defective soldering station. Not to my knowledge, anyway. I've had this one for over a year now. It's been fine for me. So I think I want to work on that south bridge. I think I want to practice reballing it. Because I had way too much trouble last time and I was way too frustrated by the end to even try and continue working on it the way I needed to. So I think maybe that's what we'll do. We'll I have my stencil and my solder paste and my board holder or my chip holder and everything like that. So I think I want to try and get that reballed before moving on to anything else. I need the practice. It's important for me to show the things that don't go right on this channel as well, because I know there's a lot of people out there that will show you how to fix things, but they don't show the things that go wrong during that process, you know what I mean? And that's an important learning curve as you're learning to do all of this stuff. You need to see what happens when things don't go the way they're supposed to and how to backtrack and fix them. I did not do that last time because I was frustrated and was already 5 hours deep into a console that I ended up not being able to fix. And even with the patience that I am blessed with, occasionally I will lose my cherub-like demeanor. So, I think that's what we'll do. We'll probably get the we'll work on reballing that south bridge. Once we get it done, assuming we get it done in this video, I'd really like to. But assuming we get it done, then maybe I'll move on to this box of controllers that I have, and do a couple joystick replacements. I won't be streaming next week. I will be out of town for a work trip, but the week after that, I will definitely have the RGB, the RGB cords, and we'll do testing on the Nintendo. By then, the Retro Bright will have worked. The shell should be all ready to go. It'll be all cleaned up, and it'll be a beautiful thing. But in the meantime, let's work on this south bridge, huh? Okay, so we got some cleaning to do first and foremost. Alright, so we're going to do some cleaning, first of all. We got some stuff to fix up. So let's... Okay, so you can see that the board holder itself is covered in flux. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to clean that up as best we can. So we'll come in with a little bit of alcohol. Let's get this set the way it needs to be. Grab our toothbrush. I'm just going to scrub it as much as we can off here. Come in with my dental pick, just kind of clear up some of this excess solder balls out of the way. All right, that's pretty good. So next we will move down to our actual stencil, because the stencil is in rough shape as well. Let's move this out of the way. Put this in here so you can see there's all kinds of flux all over the stencil. So I want to clean up this flux first, and then we're going to come in and we're going to take some new flux and just wick around all these holes. Oh, no problem, CG. Hey, look, man, I'm happy you guys are here hanging out and enjoying the streams and laughing along with me while I slowly descend into madness. Alright, so get some good amount of alcohol on there. Again, just come in with the toothbrush. Try and scrub up as much of it as we can. we go. That stencil is a hot mess. Come in and just tidy up the other side. Alright, so I'm looking at it now, and it actually doesn't look like, well, unless that's, I can't tell if that's solder trapped in the holes or just leftover residue. Where's my toothbrush? Actually, where's my pick? Let's use the pick. Alright, so is that just leftover residue, or is that solder stuck in that hole there? Oh, just residue. Okay. Yep, just some residue. Alright, I'll come in here and brush that off with some additional alcohol. Yeah, alright, there we go. So those holes actually look pretty clear, so we don't have to go in with the flux. Or with the solder wick. The chip itself is in rough shape because it was attended to way too many times. So, do the same thing here. Flood it. This one I do have to use a set of tweezers for, just to hold the chip in place. There we go. Just clean up that old flux and other nasty that's on there. Alright, there we go. Looking like a regular old Southbridge now. There we are. Alright. Alright, so you can see kind of what happened the last time if you weren't here during the stream. It just didn't work out too well. Some of the solder didn't stick well to the chip. The balls look a little uneven. It didn't come out awful. I've done worse, but still, you know, I try to shoot for improvement every time. So, first things first, we are going to dry this chip off. Hot air going here. All right. Take some flux, and we're going to remove all this old solder from the chip. I don't have to use leaded solder to mix in because the solder paste that I use is already leaded. See that solder is just eating through this wick. All right, come back in again. So one of the tricks that I found to working with this, or that I was taught through my various video searches is that when you're putting the iron down, you want the wick to do the moving. You're not actually moving the iron very much at all. So when I put this down, the iron itself is not doing much moving at all. Alright, I do need to put this in the chip holder. I was trying to avoid it because of all the flux and everything, but unfortunately it has to go in. Alright, so right there into the chip holder, get it all nice and secure. Alright, there we go. And we're just letting the solder wick and the iron do the work. Making sure we get up as much of that solder from the chip as we can, because we don't want anything making things difficult down the road. Alright, that looks pretty good. Clean up as much of that flux as we can. Alright, so with that cleared up, we're going to put a tiny, and I do mean tiny, little dab of flux on there. And just use our fingers to smush that around. Don't need much at all. Uh-oh. We do have to move the chip. The chip has been put in incorrectly. Orientation is important. Alright, there we go. So now the stencil is going to sit the way it's supposed to, and will actually allow the stencil to sit. Alright, so there we go. Alright, there we go. Everything is lined up beautifully. Now the other trick that someone taught me last time, and I don't remember who it was, so I apologize that I can't give you credit. It might have been Board, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Was to let the thermal paste dry out some before applying it. So I did take that advice, and I have some dry thermal paste that is being applied. So dry thermal paste apparently works better. So we're just spreading the thermal paste on with our applicator.
trying to get as much of the solder paste caked into those holes as possible. It doesn't matter if it's a mess right now, it's going to get cleaned up. We just want that solder paste way down in there to make sure it's all as even as possible. All right, there we go. Yeah, you know what, Trick? It may have been. It may well have been. Who knows? I'm losing my mind, all right? All right, and now that we've gotten the holes filled in, we're going to come in and just start scraping off some of that excess. Trying to make it as smooth and even on the top as possible. This will help to prevent any bridges when it starts to melt the solder. So I'm not going to get as frustrated if it doesn't work this time because it's not going back on a customer's console. I gave the customer one of my own south bridges that I had because I needed to get the console back to him. And I knew this one worked. We know, Trick, we know. Sex toys, balls, all in the preferential treatment, or the preferential brain, rather, that is Trickological. And I have tried to use solder balls before. The paste for me just seems to work better as far as what works for me. I know solder balls you get more even. The problem is I can't. I shouldn't say I can't. I have a lot of difficulty maneuvering the balls into place. I don't like how I just said that. I don't like any of the remainder of that sentence that came from my mouth. But yeah, I can't get them to sit in place properly. It's like my tweezer work is just not good yet. But the paste, I don't have to worry about that. Alright. And that's what overthinking looks like, because I was trying to smooth it out and I ended up making it worse, so I need to stop myself. Okay, so now that that is all in place, I am going to drop the heat on my station considerably, down to about 300 at 50% airflow. And I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to position them in such a way that it will hold gotta be careful about that. Okay, so I want this to stay in place, but not putting so much pressure down that it pushes the solder paste out. It's a balance. Alright, well, I gotta adjust myself here. Hang on. Alright, here we go. So I'm slowly heating up the area. keep circling with the heat until that solder starts to liquefy, like you're starting to see it do now. And there it goes. So what just happened is this thing just popcorned on me. Although it does still look like it handled pretty well. I have a couple here that didn't go. There we go. Okay. Right? It's the repair ASMR. Okay, I actually think that went okay. That looks like it came out pretty well. Well, we won't know for sure until we take off the stencil here. Just making sure we have time for the solder to cool off. No, and it didn't get stuck to the it didn't get stuck to the stencil either. That actually looks pretty damn good. That looks really good. Yeah, I'm actually pretty pleased with that. Yeah, definitely gonna reflow it. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. All right. I wish that would have happened the first fucking time I did it. Jesus Christ. All right, we're gonna let that cool down for a minute, and then we'll get some alcohol on there and clean it up, and we'll add it to the list of parts that are ready for sale. Wow, that happened. That came out quite nice. I'm very pleased with that. I really need to work on my lighting. Well, we'll save that for the new apartment. I'm not going to worry about it now. Alright. So that should be at least relatively cool now. That's getting there. Yeah, no, I will never do that again, Trick. I attempted to do that early in my YouTube career, and I will never, ever do that again. All right. There she is, all reballed and ready. Let's go ahead and pop her out. We'll clean off the back of the chip. Clean off my nasty little puddle of mess here. Alright, there we go. Lovely little X design in there. Yeah, you're a way braver man than myself. Ain't no way I would attempt an SSD by hand. No way. Alright. Stray hair. Alright, there we go. You can see balls look nice and even. Yeah. I am quite satisfied with how that came out. That's really nice. Beautiful. Alright, into the pile it goes. This is the pile of Southbridge's Wi-Fi cards and Panasonic chips, Dialog ICs, all of my PlayStation parts in one area. Alright, well, this has gone far stranger than expected. So, let's move on to something else, shall we? Let's see here. What to do, what to do. Sorry, I had to address something. Alright. Oh, what to do. Trying to think if I have any other random things lying around. I mean, I do have a PS4, but I don't know the fix for it. And I think, well, sorry, I think I know the fix for it, and I think the fix is that it's not fixable. It's a random crashing error where the you're just in the middle of it and it says the operating system crashed or something like that and gives me an error code for something. I already replaced the hard drive with a brand new one and it fixed it for a couple days. It didn't happen and then it went right back to it. So I believe that's either Syscon or RAM. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I need to do more research on that before I want to tackle it online. So maybe we do a controller. I have never worked on a PS4 controller, and I have like 17 of them that I need to fix. So maybe we do that. Uh-oh. So yeah, maybe we'll do a PS4 analog stick replacement. I've never even opened one up before, so I have no idea what it looks like I don't even know how to open it. We're going to learn on the fly. Oh. Well, let's start with this black one here. Let's test it real quick. Just going to give it a little bit of a clean first because it is a mess. As are many things in my life. Just a mess, but organized mess. At least I know where things are. Alright, let me get this set up real quick. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's do some testing, shall we? Sorry, this USB input also needs a cleaning. Okay. Alright, let's test out this first one. I literally have a box of PS4 controllers, and I don't know what the status is on half of them. So, let's... And it doesn't want to connect to gamepad at all. Okay. Interesting. It's charging just fine, but it doesn't want to connect. Alright, let's try a different one. Does this thing just not detect PS4 controllers? Interesting. Okay. Hold on. Let me find one that works for PS4. Apparently this does not. Maybe it's this USB. Hang on. Hold up. Let me find a different USB. Hold a moment. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it was just that USB cord. Alright, let me go back to my first one. Hang on. I like my first one better. Okay. Are we on? Yeah, we're on. Okay. Alright. Okay, here we go. So, this is controller number one. Now, I bought these at a yard sale, actually. Just a box of controllers. And I just bought it as is. I had no idea if they were working or anything like that. Oh, that's weird. So R2 makes the stick drift. Oh, this is a third-party controller. Okay, I didn't realize this wasn't OEM. Okay, I don't care about this one. Yeah, this is not a Sony controller. Okay, I don't give a damn about that. I'm not reselling that. That will just be used for testing. Okay, let's try our other one here. Okay, all right, so this one has hella stick drift on the right. Everything else working okay? Yep. Okay, so this right stick is shot to shit. So that's the one we need to replace. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's do that then. Since this Xbox debacle went way out of hand, and I still have to buy a hard drive. I can't test it because I don't have a hard drive to put into it. I can't see if that was indeed the problem. So, as I stated, I've never opened one of these before. So, we are going to learn together. And I'm sure you guys have probably already done this a million times and are going to look at me like I'm stupid. But that's okay. Why? Because we're here to learn. Alright. So, I see there are 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 screws there. Sorry about the shitty camera quality. There's just nothing I can do about that. I gotta get a better camera. Alright, I'm assuming on the back here there's probably another screw. No, there is not. Okay. Let's go ahead and set that right back where it was. Alright, well, let's start taking out screws. Grab my 00 bit. Take out these 4 screws. Oh, there's not. Yep, see? Trick already coming in hot. Alright. So those 4 screws are out. Now I'm wondering if these are like the PS5 controllers and you have to remove... nope, does not appear so. Okay. This is coming apart pretty easily. Alright. Where's my pry tool? That's what I need. Alright, pry tool. So this side's coming open pretty well easily here. Okay, there we go. Alright. So just 4 screws. Looks like. Yeah, it's just 4. Alright, there's a ribbon cable attached to the back. We'll remove that. Okay. Oh, that appears to be for the LED back here. Nope, see? Again, Trick coming in hot. I appreciate you, brother. Alright, so... Alright. So battery obviously needs to come out. Oh, that is apparently got some adhesive. Yeah, there's a small adhesive on there. Okay. Remove the battery. Alright. Alright, let's compare real quick. So, PS4 battery versus PS5 battery. Pretty small. This actually, this looks similar to the battery that they put in the Edge controllers. Okay. Alright, so then we gotta take this off right here. Okay, that should just come off like that. Awesome. Alright, so this whole apparatus come out? It does. Okay. Ah, but you can prevent it from doing that. Okay. Didn't 11.5 already come out, or is it still at 11? Okay, there we go. And so now we've got the board out. Almost. Not quite. There we go. Okay. So this is pretty straightforward, it looks like. So we need the right stick, which means that's going to be currently on my left. So this one is the one we need to replace. Alright, so let's disconnect the rumble sticks. We're going to need microscope action for this. That's a good question, Sin. I'm not 100% sure. Good to see you, by the way. Unfortunately, I'm not huge into the jailbreak scene, so I do not know a whole lot about it. I mean, I know cursory information, but I'm not super detailed into it. Just not my area. Alright, there we go. Thumbsticks off. Let me get this in my little board holder here. Bring the microscope around. All right. So that right there is the joystick that's going to come out. I'm just going to do this the easy way. It is not the recommended way, but it is a way. So I am going to mix this with some of the leaded to make what I'm about to do easier. Alright. Got leaded mixed in on all those. And now I'm going to do the thing that you should not do. Do not do what I'm about to do. It is not the proper way to do this, but I have done it successfully, so I shall continue to. Ooh, there is a plastic connector right there. I do have to be really careful about this. Okay. You know what? I appreciate you sticking around, Mr. Feast. Big preach, my friend. Big preach. Lovely to see you. Happy to see your face. Even though, I can't see your face. You should not use hot air to take off these joysticks. And I'll show you why shortly. I've been able to successfully do it, and it is quicker, but it is a pain in the ass. Alright, so now that we've got the joystick off, there we go. I expect nothing less, Trick, nothing less. Alright, we're going to come in here and wick up as much of this as we can. Ooh, that wick gets hot quickly. Oh, really? You actually use 480 no tip to take these off? You're a fucking beast, dude. This thing is eating my wick alive, which is why I honestly don't like doing these, because it runs through wicks so fast. All right, so these holes are actually coming out. Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised because I'll show you in just a second here why I really shouldn't use hot air, but I know people do, and it is a much quicker way for me to get these done, so I tend to do it. Now, if it's something like a customer's controller or something like that, I probably won't. Yeah, if it's something where I can like damage something or, you know, cause more problems down the road, I'll probably just do it the right way. I'm sorry, the less risky way. It's not that there's a right way. It's just a less risky way. Okay. So those holes are all now cleared up. We'll give it a quick clean. Look how much of this fucking wick it ate up. So much wick. Yeah, no. You should not be breathing in lead. Yeah, I do have a small, what's it called, air filter that runs in the background here to kind of help with that. But I did actually, after about a year of working on these, I went to the doctor and actually had my lead levels checked just to be 100% sure. It was fine. Everything was fine. But, yeah, if you're going to do this kind of stuff, it's usually a good idea to go to the doctor and get things tested just to be 100% sure. Okay, so what happens is you get shit like this, where the bottom of the joystick just melts. So I need to turn the board over, and yeah, no, that's unsafe working conditions. I get that completely, my man. Yeah, it looks like toothpaste. It's not supposed to look like that. However, where the hell did I put my alcohol? I swear to God, I'm losing my fucking mind. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here and just get all this flux cleaned up. Is that solder? Looks like there's a little bit of excess solder on that one hole right there. I'll have to clean up. Alright, so we'll just tidy up this last little bit right here. There we go. Now it's gone. Okay. Alrighty then. Just clean up that little bit of flux I just had to put on there. Alright, so let's flip the board real quick and just make sure we clean up any gunk. And there is a bit of gunk. So actually, with the position that it's in right now, I don't think we need to clean this up. I mean, I'll try and scrape away a little bit of it, but there's traces everywhere, and I don't want to damage anything. So, I mean, we'll try to tidy up just a little bit around the holes here, so it's not going to get screwed up. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. go. But yeah, that can happen when you're working on these, so if you do it the proper way, it won't happen. So that's why I say, don't do as I do. Alright, there we go. Let's grab ourselves a new joystick. Alright, a couple of them just dropped out. Oh. Okay, and we'll just pop this baby into place. Apparently it is not lined up properly, so we're going to line it up properly first, and then we'll flip it around and we'll solder it into place. You guys can't see a damn thing. Let's make sure we can get you guys in the line of sight here, huh? Alright, where are we? Ooh, those teeth are a little fucked up. Alright, let's fix that. Alright, now the back teeth are a little fucked up. Just gotta make some slight modifications here. Alright, looks like we should be all set. Oh, gotta make an adjustment here. Alright, I think we should be good to go. Once I get this cat hair out of here. Oh, there we go. Alright, it's now in place. We can flip it around. And get it all soldered into place. Get some flux on there. Alright. And we'll just come in and tack these legs down. Alright, bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Just come in and clean up this flux. Alright, She is ready to go back in her holster. Let's put the thumbsticks back on. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take the ribbon cable up here and just make sure it goes on the other side where it's supposed to go. Right now. And we're going to push this board gently back onto the clips. There we go. It's now clipped in place. Okay, so if I remember correctly, red goes on the bottom on this side and top on this side. So tack down our red wire there. Go. And then move over to the other side where it is black on top and red on bottom. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Now with those in place, put our battery holder back in place, put our screw in, go, nice and tight. And we can put our battery back in. I'm telling you, man, my hands are way too big for these small ass spaces. Alright, go. Battery is reconnected. And we will switch cameras to do the rest of this. So we'll take this ribbon cable and plug it back in over here. Make sure I'm putting it in the right way. Okay, there we go. Alright, click everything back down into place. Put our 4 screws back in. Alright, last 2 screws, and then we'll throw on the tester, make sure we didn't screw up royally, and that I'm not going to regret my choice to trust my skills, and that this is going to work flawlessly. Alright, there we go. Fully put back together, looking lovely. Full movement. All right, let's plug her in. All right, there we go. We do have a slight left pull, or a slight right pull. I swear to God, I think the people that I got these from gave me the wrong joysticks. Okay, so I'll need to readjust this, and that's fine. I don't mind adjusting the legs. But I think these joysticks are, so you guys can see this. It's like, look at this. It's super glitchy almost. Whereas this one is free movement. This one is like 16 directional. That's weird. Okay. Vibration bumpers work. Yep. Both bumpers are working. No, didn't calibrate anything yet. It probably will need to be calibrated, but you can see like how glitchy that is. Like it's almost just staccato in its movements, whereas this one's like totally free. I can move it all over. This one's just jerky. I think they gave me a bad set of. Here, let's compare real quick. Oh, you know what? I think I might have ordered the wrong ones now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. Yep, I think I might have gotten the wrong ones. So you can see the OEM style have this red piece in here. And that yeah, I think I got some bunk joysticks. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think these have some shitty ass potentiometers, or just in general they're bad. Okay, well that's not a problem. This was just a test anyway. I need to order more of these joysticks when I place my next order on AliExpress anyway, and I did find a couple of them that are on a really good deal right now. So that'll be fine. All right. Well, the people who are going to click on this on YouTube for Xbox content are going to be real fucking disappointed. Oh, what a beautiful life we get to live, right? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right. It is midnight my time, and I still have to get up in the morning, and I have like 6 hours worth of cooking to do while watching football, and I'm tired. I'm real tired. And I still have to clean up this god-awful mess next to me. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Again, I will not be streaming next week. I will be out of town. But when I come back, there will be all kinds of fun stuff for us to do. So, it's going to be fun. Thank you guys all for coming and hanging out. This was some of the most interaction I've had on a live stream in a long time, and it genuinely warms my heart. Well, I mean, you have football-ish. I mean, kinda. I guess. Maybe. I'm sitting here trying to give a heartfelt speech, and you fucking me up, Jen. Anyway, genuinely, I love when you guys come and hang out. It's so much fun when I can just sit here and fix stuff and learn from you guys and help teach you guys and just give back to this community. It is amazing. No, CFL is not football. I tried to be as nice as I possibly could. There's no sugarcoating it. It's not football. How you have 13 people on the field and the field is fucking like 2.5 feet wider. Anyway, we're not going to get into that right now. I love you all. Genuinely, I hope all of you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of the weekend and a great week, and keep on repairing stuff. I appreciate you, Mr. Freeze. Thank you so much, my man. And to all of you, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. I'm a terrible YouTuber, okay? I'm not a fucking public figure. I don't know how to do all this stuff. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with people you think might find it interesting. Again, my website is now up and running, roysrepairandresale.com. Go check it out. I got all kinds of repair stuff up there. I got these controllers that I'm still going to be selling off, these Edge controllers. If you're interested, shoot me a message, all this stuff. You know what to do. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. God bless. Thank you.